And here we are again. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. And we are again with another cold winter morning here in South Carolina. I like it, but it's affecting my cough. Because every time I go outside and breathe that cold air, it affects my lungs. And then I begin coughing again. I tell you that COVID has a long-lasting effect on you. I am so tired that sometimes I just have to go into my office, my bedroom, and lay down and take a nap. And I'm disgusted with it because it affects me so greatly. I'm not used to this. I'm used to going, 90 miles an hour all day long and into the evening and 7 days a week. And now I'm being limited because I got COVID a few weeks ago. And the lasting effects is lasting, I'm afraid. Listen, I was reading a poll this morning. And the poll says Americans plan on spending an average of $867 this year on gifts for Christmas. $65 less than expected in October as consumers they feel the impact of inflation, according to a new poll. The Gallup poll also found Americans have decreased their spending expectations for the first time since 2020. The projected less spending comes amid the decreasing values of the dollar due to inflation. The Labor Department's inflation calculator shows that $100 in December of last year had the same buying power as $106 does now. I don't think I believe that. I don't believe that one bit. I think that the Department of Labor numbers are all wrong. And I think that these unemployment numbers are much higher. I think with each of the unemployment numbers, they need to put a 1 in front of it, because that's really what it is. Anyway, the report says, meanwhile, the most recent data from October shows that inflation increased 7.7% from the previous year. So inflation keeps going up year after year. And that's not good for the American economy. It's not good for you and me because we feel it. It touches us every single time that they produce that number. And we know that 7% is not 7%. It's got to be much higher than that, to about 17%. That's what I feel. Because they're not including a lot of different things in that number that should be included. And the highest amount of inflationary items don't get included in that number, and it should. And I think that the Department of Labor needs to take another look at how they're reporting inflation, how they're reporting unemployment, how they're reporting the CPI. All of these government agencies need to take a look at the calculation method of how they're reporting it. And I think Congress should be asking that question. How do you report that? And then ask the question, why are you not reporting this? Why are you not reporting that? We're not getting a true picture of what the economy is all about. Now, what happens is that Biden says, well, we're no longer at 8%, we're at 7%. Well, that's from year to year. So we're still up over last year. Now, I think that this $800 and some dollars that you guys say that you're going to spend, I think you need to cut it. I think you need to cut it even more, because you do not want to go into credit card debt. You don't want to go into overspending mode, because right now you have got to meet your obligations to your family of putting food on the table, paying the rent, paying the utilities so they're nice and cozy warm, and paying for the gas bill and car bills to get to work so that you can make money. Gifts for 2022 needs to be put to the side because you just can't afford it. The other thing I want to talk about is, I'm done with the economic portion of it, okay? So now I'm going to go and talk about really bad hiring. And let me tell you, the Biden government has hired some really fantastic doozies. These are people who should not be working for the government. So I guess yesterday the Department of Energy has fired Sam Brinton. Now, if you know who that guy is, That's a guy who wears bright red lipstick, has shaved his head bald, wears a pearl necklace, and wears a dress. And he says he's non-binary. Now, the poor guy has a bad habit of stealing luggage from airplane airports. He just did it again. He was accused of one about a month ago, and now in the past week he stole another one. But this time, it had a excuse me, it had a hefty amount of jewelry in there. Now, why in the world would a government hire somebody when he has no experience at what he's doing? He knows not what he's doing. What was the statement said Sam Britton is no longer a DOE employee, department spokesman told the Daily Beast on Monday. By law, the Department of Energy cannot comment further on personal matters. Well, especially when they're legal matters. Can't do it. So Britton drew national attention for allegedly stealing a Vera Bradley suitcase from an airport luggage claim, which the owner claimed contained nearly $2,325 in the value of its contents. Though Britton originally denied stealing the bag, the new former DOE official later called the airport to say it had been mistakenly taken and should be returned. Last week, authorities charged Britton with a second theft, this time involving luggage allegedly stolen from a Las Vegas airport. Britton served as the DOE's, Department of Energy, Deputy Assistant Secretary of Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition prior to termination. Well, what the hell is that job? I have no idea what that is. And he probably doesn't either, because he's traveling all around the United States picking up people's luggage. I think he thinks he works at the baggage claim, maybe. We have a problem. We have a problem in the hiring requirements that this Biden administration has placed. They want to hire trans people. They want to hire gay people. They want to hire, a whole bunch of different labels. But they're not hiring people based upon the quality of their work, their experience, their knowledge. They're checking the boxes of where they want to be politically, but they're not checking the box on, can this person do a job? And we have found out, it looks like he can't do his job. But the president keeps hiring. I was listening to Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader. And he was bragging about all of the judges he had put in. But what he did, which was so stupid, he said, okay, such and such were black, such and such were black male, such and such were female, such and such were... in other words, they were meeting quotas based upon race, based upon gender identity, because they were bragging about how many women they had hired. So this is the problem, is that in the Democratic House, in the Democratic Senate, you've got individuals being placed into jobs not based upon the quality of who they are or what they know or what they have done in the past. It's based upon their race and upon their gender identity. This is not how we hire people. We're not allowed to hire people that way. So I really have a problem with this, because we are not getting the right people into these jobs. As the Department of Energy found out, they got the wrong person. But they checked the box. Yes, this is a transgender individual. He's non-binary. He's not. They went down this political list, right? But not about the qualifications of the individual. We in business, we hire people based upon what they can do for our company. We hire them based upon their knowledge. We hire them based upon their professionalism. We hire based upon their experience levels and what they've done in their life, what they've built in their life, what they have accomplished. We do not say, okay, we need such and so many blacks, we need so many Mexicans, we need so many whites, we need so many, and build this. We don't do that. We hire based upon the qualifications of that individual and what they're going to do for our company. That is our criteria. Now, if companies are hiring based upon checking marks, then they've woke. They've become woke. They're no longer hiring the right people. They're hiring based upon certain qualifications of being black, white, female, gay, and whatever else the other lists are. So this bothers me because government should be hiring really good people. People who know what they're doing, that know how to communicate, they know how to represent the country in the best way that they possibly can. But we're not getting that. And that is the biggest problem. We're not getting that. If we try to do that in our companies, I'm afraid that a lot of people would be upset. And they would start stating how they feel about the situation. But in government, they hire based on political optimism for them so that they can get all of these votes. Yeah, we hired so many this, so many that. And the difference is when you look at the Republicans, they hire based upon the qualifications of experience. And they go into their backgrounds and look at. If you look at the questioning of these individuals who are being approved for judges, these people should not be in the judge chair. They should not be. But they're being put there because they qualify under checklists that the Democrats have established. And that's not good for America, and it's not good. Well, that's the end of it. I'm done for today. My voice is about ready to go. If you want to have more access to it, you can go to my website, which is at www.lodge-co.com. You can see what I do there. You can listen to my podcast. You can read my blogs. I don't think I've posted any vlogs there, but you can see my blogs, at least. But you can get a hold of me if you want to set up a 30-minute free consultation on business or mediation. You can make it right online. Listen, I'm happy today is today. It's a nice, cool day. We're expecting, it's really cloudy. I mean, honestly, it looks like it could start snowing outside, but I don't think it will. But it would be nice. Listen, let's listen to some Christmas music. Let's end this podcast because you're probably tired of listening to me. Listen, music at this time of the year is so very important. It really is. I love music, and I love the sound of music, and I love the peacefulness that it gives you. Everybody, go out and have a great day. Listen to some music. Get your jobs done. Be professional. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.